For the viewers out there, can you tell us about where you were born, how many people are in your family, things like that, and just kind of talk a little bit about yourself, origins, things like that.
Sure. I was born in Minnesota, born and raised. My family consists of one dad and one mom, David and Lois, and then I have two brothers and a sister, John and Matt, and my little sister Rachel. So, yep.
How old are they?
My brother John is 22, my brother Matt is 20, and my sister is 16.
How old are you?
I am 25. I forget that at times.
Legal.
How did you get started in show business?
Show business. Well, when I was 19, my cousin who attended USC's film school was shooting his thesis film, and long story short, I made my way out to California, and I worked on it with him, and I got the bug from there, and the rest is history.
Sweet. When were you accepted?
I was accepted June 2007, I believe. I was probably a week or two away from joining the Navy, and I was pretty much, if I didn't get into film school, I was going to the Navy, and if I got into film school, I was going to film school. So that's what happened, and it's been awesome.
Cool.
For viewers, just where did you go to school at?
The school was Los Angeles Film School. It's in Hollywood on Sunset.
Cool.
So
I know exactly where that is.
I've done it a couple times.
Yeah.
What's about your future that holds for Flyboy?
Flyboy. The title now is Mad Dog The Flyboy.
Okay.
So it was completed about 4 months ago, and we've submitted it to about a dozen festivals now, including Sundance, from everywhere from Washington, D.C. to Seattle to Florida to Texas. Just hoping to get into a bunch of festivals. My goal is to submit it to 100 festivals this year, and we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, just looking to see what happens with it. Really excited. It all came together, and I'm sure that when you guys see it next month, you guys are going to be stoked. So,
Sweet.
And your copy's in the mail. So
cool. I'm really excited to see it. It'll be cool.
For sure.
Okay, well.
And what was the most challenging or rewarding part of creating Mad Dog and The Flyboy?
The most rewarding part had to be meeting everyone, working with everyone, from a casting director to the crew to you and the rest of the actors. It was just a 100% joy. It was really great. Just got to see something go from being in my head and it appearing right in front of me as the days went by, and then through editing and all the post work, it just comes together in one project, and it's amazing. The most challenging part, I don't know, probably just never. That was my very first film. That is my first film, and
Sweet.
I guess to go from thinking you have an understanding of how things work to actually knowing how they work is probably the most challenging, but also probably the most rewarding.
Cool.
Okay, so how did you get the idea of Mad Dog and Flyboy?
I was originally writing a script in one of my script writing classes when I was going to school, and my teacher was like, "Chris, you can't do this. This is a feature. You can't do this. It's too much." And I'm like, "No, I can do it. We can fly to Minnesota, and I got the set there." And it was this whole another script revolving around airplanes. But I finally gave in after a couple weeks, and I was like, dang it, okay. All right, God, I need an idea. And the next day on set, I kid you not, it popped into my head, and I went home and I wrote it.
That's cool. That's awesome.
So,
that's cool. And The Flyboy. Now, can you tell us what that is about?
it's about a kid who gets zapped into a World War II comic book, and through a big adventure of flying over Germany, he finds the courage that's been within him the whole time to beat up the bully and get the girl.
Sweet.
So, and it's got a cool little twist. It's half cartoon, half live action. So everything inside the bomber is live action. Everything outside the bomber is all cartoon.
Back up! We got a 1 Jerry, 2 o'clock high! Infantry's hit! I'm shutting down! I can't hit him! He's too fast! The bombs! Billy! Get on that gun!
Who was the kid that played that role?
Well, it was this really talented kid named Joey Luthman.
He kind of
When you walked into the audition, I got the vibe. I was like, this is the kid. This is the one right here.
He's got a pretty good look. I like him.
He impressed me, and that was that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. How did you get all of those different animation things on the outside of the B-17?
Well, we rented a ton of blue screen, which was super cool. We raised it up 2 stories because the plane itself was it's about 2 stories high, a story and a half off the ground.
Yeah. The wheel's as big as I am.
Yeah, so we had to raise all the blue screen up there, and then we got a crane and filmed around the windows in the cockpit. So that was pretty neat.
Was it really hard, filming with the B-17?
Not at all. I think the hardest part, technically, was the generator that kept quitting. I know that was kind of a stressful thing that we all went through, but we got through it.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, the reason we went blue screen is solely because we were going to be in the sky, the airplane's flying. We wanted to give it a flying feel. So if there was any reflection from the green screen, it would have reflected green and maybe messed with the color. So we decided to go blue screen. So worst case scenario, you'd get a blue reflection. I focused on directing and writing. Those are my 2 big things.
Okay. Sweet. Yeah. I'm. If I ever would go to film school, that would probably be my 2 main ones, or camera, because I like to. It's weird. I like to do I want to be cloned or whatever, so I can do the directing, the camera, and I can be working on the sound at the same time. It's but I can't. So. Yeah. And I just want to say that it was so much fun working with you and everyone else in the crew in the B-17, because that was a new experience for me, and for you, I'm sure that and for everyone, it was awesome. And
Well, how long ago did you start then?
January 8th of 2008. Yeah. So that's when I really got the bug. But it's cool to create stuff and take something such as media and people see it. So.
Now, can you tell us what you are doing right now? What are you up to?
What I'm up to? Well, I'm working part-time job and picking up occasional work here and there. Like I said, PAing for my cousin. But a lot of my time is just dedicated to writing and working on a new script that I've been working on, and I have a couple different ideas for other features, but I've just been focused on for like the last year and a half just on a pretty cool feature idea that I'm about 70 pages in now. So
is it that same one that when you started film school? No.
No, I that one's tucked away right now, but this one popped in my head pretty much right after the idea for Mad Dog and the Flyboy popped in my head, and when we got into post on Flyboy, I started spending some time kind of ironing out, I guess, an outline of the idea, and it's evolved and developed for the past couple of years. So,
future plans and your goals that you are trying to accomplish.
Future plans and goals would consist of finishing my feature script that I'm working on for a while, and then also writing a low-budget feature script which I could shoot in Minnesota, because the original idea that I had in school is something that I really want to do. So other than that, it would be getting some notice from Flyboy, hopefully from an established director to just work under, and just learn from and watch, and just broaden my knowledge and my talent, my technique, and how I work with actors and how I visualize and write. Just every aspect of film. I'm like a sponge. I just love it, soak it up. So.
We want to know if maybe you have some advice for young filmmakers. Just do it for.
Or other people out there.
I'll give you the advice my cousin always gives me. Just keep making films, man. Just keep making films.
That is great advice. That's awesome.
So, yep, that's what I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you for
yeah, thanks. We're gonna wrap this up, and thanks for coming to talk to us about, Mad Dog and Flyboy, your new film. First film. It's awesome. And, so we will see you later. Thank you very much.
Alright, thanks for having me.
Alright. See you later.
Have a great day.